Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. This is a 2025 biopic on singer-songwriter Bruce Springsteen. It has been written and directed by Scott Cooper and stars Jeremy Allen White as Bruce. Now, Bruce Springsteen is a unique artist, and this is a deeply personal film. This is not your conventional biopic that attempts to detail an artist's life from birth through to their superstardom. This is something entirely different. This is an introverted piece with a very somber tone. Deliver Me From Nowhere details Bruce Springsteen's journey as he crafts his 1982 album, Nebraska. This was an album that was deeply personal. The record label almost didn't want to release it, and the songs on this album came from a very deep, dark place. Bruce really couldn't tell you what it all means, but it was something that he needed to get off his chest. He needed to brush aside the cobwebs and get this album completed. So Nebraska was a risk for Bruce and a risk for the record label. Bruce had almost hit superstardom with his previous album, The River, and the record label expected something full of hits. He was on the cusp of world domination, and they knew he was one or two hits away from striking it gold. So Bruce, being his own man, does his own thing, and he retreats to his New Jersey home where he purchases a 4-track recorder and then goes to town experimenting with different sounds and different themes. Now, Bruce doesn't exactly know where all of this is coming from, but the film intricately shows flashbacks to Bruce's childhood, and there are instances there where he is extremely unhappy with what was going on between his dad and his mum. It was clear his dad had a drinking problem and then would often take things out on his family, and we do see glimpses of this in amongst his journey of writing this very intriguing album. This is a film that is almost 2 hours in length, but it moves at its own pace. It's not brisk, it's not fast, it's not ferocious. It is not your conventional biopic. This is something coming from within. This is a point in Bruce's life where he needed to dig deep, search for something, and he needed to cobble together all of these ideas and release them to the world. It was a mission, a personal mission, and he had to do it to shake personal demons and to prove to himself that he could do it. So this is a biopic that plays by its own rules. It's just a small window into the life of Bruce in 1982. And because it plays by its own rules, it's not there to please everyone. So it's unconventional in its narrative. It's very deep, introspective, and goes to places that some people may find boring or even unsettling. As far as the performances go, Jeremy Allen White is exceptional as Bruce Springsteen. Really, I couldn't think of any other actor out there who could portray Bruce to this level of craftsmanship. He has it all: the look, the sound, the swagger. You think at times you are really looking at a young Bruce Springsteen, but also in some of those close-ups, director Scott Cooper manages to explore a side of Jeremy Allen White that almost comes across as a young Al Pacino. There are certain snapshots in this film that really have that Pacino vibe, maybe mixed with shades of a young Dustin Hoffman. So Jeremy Allen White has a unique look. He certainly has some talent, and I'm sure this is a performance that will garner him some Oscar buzz. Bruce Springsteen is not an easy artist to tackle, but it seems that Jeremy really understands the project at hand. He's dug deep and he's found Bruce Springsteen's beating heart. And there's also some other interesting performances on display. An Australian actress by the name of Odessa Young really shines as Bruce's love interest. She's a single mum that Bruce gets mixed up with. And this is a relationship that doesn't really transpire at the right time for Bruce. It kind of unfolds during this rocky period in his life where he is trying to connect to the past, find himself, and deliver somewhat of a mission statement with the truth of his own sound. Another amazing performance is that of Jeremy Strong as Bruce's manager and record producer. He really brings something special to his role. He's very committed to Bruce as an artist. He will give him the space to work on Nebraska. He will almost do anything for Bruce to get a result. So Strong's performance is articulate, committed. There's a lot of conviction there, and his character really wants to see Bruce succeed. And Paul Walter Hauser is also an interesting choice. He plays the sound engineer who is capturing those Nebraska sessions on the 4-track recording device. And it's a very different performance from what we've seen of him. He was recently in The Naked Gun, and I think Paul adds a quirkiness to this little supporting role. And of course, let's not forget Stephen Graham as Springsteen's dad. His role is probably one of the more complicated ones to get across on the screen. This is not an easy role to play. He does his best with it, and we as an audience see his ups and downs within the family environment. And it's an understated performance at times that kind of lays the backbone to this story. I must admit that I found parts of this movie deeply moving. I really connected. But what I wanted, and where I think this film falls short, is its lack of music. Obviously, it's a Springsteen movie and they're going to throw some songs at you, but it just wasn't enough on the music front. In the last 15 minutes, I feel that this movie loses its way. And for that reason, it becomes a total letdown. It saddens me to say it, but it just is. I wanted more. I wanted more of Jeremy Allen White on stage. I wanted more performance pieces, if you will. And sadly, the film doesn't deliver those musical portraits. I think if the film wanted to play its cards right, it needed to give the fans that one big moment of elation at the end that in a way rescues us and Bruce from the pain. So Bruce Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, I want to give it a passing grade, but it won't satisfy all audiences. And if you've seen this Springsteen film, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, did it live up to expectations or did it fall short? Tell me if you felt you would have liked to have seen the movie explore other aspects of his life, or maybe you have other ideas and think that Nebraska was the perfect theme. Let me know what you think and let's discuss things in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all again very soon.